Hey everyone, happy Tuesday. I am popping on here today to kind of go through how I make my laundry soap. Super easy, don't need too many ingredients, and it works great, saves you money. I make it about once, I want to say once a month if we're having a heavy laundry month. If not, I'll make it once every 2 months. I make a big 2-gallon jug of it. If you don't have doTERRA or you are new to doTERRA, this is a great way to use your oils. If you don't have doTERRA, reach out to me, let me know. I trust doTERRA oils. They are certified, so they are the ones I use on my clothes. I would trust on my skin. I wouldn't necessarily trust everything you have out there, even though it says natural. Make sure everything is certified and true to being natural. I want to first, I popped in a little early, I want to just say my guys are outside building the garden, so my house is a little bit of a zoo, so if someone walks in, I'm sorry. But yeah, I hope you guys enjoy this. I posted earlier some of those chemicals that are in laundry detergent. If you're someone who deals with eczema, those can really, especially the fragrances, can really trigger your skin and cause those reactions a little bit more often. By using these ingredients, you are less likely to have a reaction. Plus, I always put On Guard in my laundry soap, and it's great because I'm a nursing assistant part-time, and my husband's a full-time nurse. And when you work there, your scrubs may get something on there that, germs. And so this is a great way to make sure those all get washed off, and we don't bring them in our clothes. So, super great. And it's super easy. I mean, I was always scared to hop on the make your own laundry detergent, but I'll share with you guys now. I'll flip the camera and share with you kind of the ingredients I use. So, kosher salt. You use a 1/3 cup of kosher salt, 1 cup of baking soda, 1 cup of the unscented cast-style soap. You will need your essential oils. You use 10 drops of each, so I'm doing On Guard and Citrus Bliss this time. Last time I want to say I did lavender and On Guard. I've done a couple different varieties. I really like the Citrus Bliss and On Guard, so that's what I'm using this go around. I also have a giant 2-gallon beverage dispenser that I put the laundry detergent in, and then I'll throw a whisk in there, and so that way when I'm ready to use it, I'll just stir it with the whisk and make sure all the ingredients go around, and then I will use a 1/3 cup or a 1/4 cup measuring cup and pour that into the washing machine. I do have an HE washing machine, and the soap works just fine, no issues, so it does work for those. I have a front-loading washer where the soap goes on the top, and I have no issues with any of that. The other ingredient you need is water. So I'm going to apologize. It's going to be a little loud, but hopefully you can still hear me. Luckily, my water in the sink gets really hot, so I don't have to worry about heating water. If you don't have hot water, you will want to maybe heat it. Word of advice, make sure your dispenser is closed. Last time I made it, it was open, and so everything I put in went right out. It was great. So you go ahead and start adding your water. I'm going to go ahead and turn the camera. So you add the water. I add it till it gets right above the nozzle, and then you slowly just add in, you can see the steam from the water. You add in your salt and your baking soda. Yeah, it was not fun when I left the nozzle open last time. I was like, gosh, this thing is taking forever to fill up. Oops. You take your cup of cast-style soap, and I always take the hot water and kind of fill up my measuring cup and just kind of rinse it out and just toss in the water there. You can never have too much. Because you're using hot water, it is going to get bubbly, so pay attention to the bubbles. mean, you don't have to do this by any means. It's probably overkill, but I do it. It doesn't bother me. It takes a second. One less thing for me to clean later on. Careful if your water is hot. And then I usually fill it till about right here. And then I'll put in my oils. And then I'll give it a whisk. Alright, I'm going to flip the camera again. Move some things over. These things are kind of heavy. And if you're using glass, it can be warm. So caution. Forgot my whisk. And then, so like I said, about 10 drops of each oil. Start with the Citrus Bliss. So we got 10 there. I was worried I'd run out of On Guard before I hit 10, but I didn't. We're good. And you just kind of give it a whirl. And you can always check where your water level is at once the bubbles start to go down. I don't like to overfill it while the bubbles are in there just because, I don't know. My luck, I'll overflow instead of let it all out. And you really want to make sure you get to the bottom and make sure you can kind of see that the salt and the baking soda, you can feel it as you're whisking when it's chunky versus when it's smooth. So you really want to make sure all that is gone. If a whisk is too much work, you can always grab like a knife. Sometimes by the nozzle it's hard to get around those chunks, so you can always grab like a wooden spoon. Like one of these. I don't know, it's like flat. And if you take that and run it down by the nozzle, you should be able to get what's down there. Because the whisk is kind of round, so it doesn't fully get there. But the wooden spoon will do it. And if you have a stainless steel whisk, you don't have to take it out. I take this one out because this one's my cooking whisk. I have a laundry whisk too. But you can just leave it in and it won't rust or anything like that. So we just leave the laundry one in there. I'm going to go ahead and add just a little more water. Again, make sure it's hot. And then you'll see the bubbles. Kind of knock them down. And as it settles, so every time we do a load, you'll want to whisk it because the ingredients can separate. So you want to do a quick whisk to make sure everything is where it should be. Add a little more water. All right. Rinse off my hands. On the plus side, your hand is going to smell really good. So there you have it. We have a 2-gallon thing of soap. You can definitely use a bucket. If you use a bucket, that's totally fine. You can do it and then separate it into smaller containers. That could be easier because then you can just shake the little ones and you don't need a whisk. And with a bucket, you can probably get down there and stir a little better. So you can definitely use a bucket. I've done it that way before I bought the gallons. With my husband, it's just easier for him to just pop the nozzle and pour the soap in. But a bucket totally works. Yeah, super good question. But yeah, it's super easy, and I have a whole big jug. It'll last me, this one will probably last me a little bit over a month, just because we're getting into warmer weather. So being on a farm, we're doing like a load of laundry a day. But the ingredients are super cheap. I mean, baking soda I get for 49 cents at Aldi, I want to say. I buy the little containers because I like to recycle them, but you can go to Costco and get like a whole big bag for like $4. Kosher salt is kind of hard to find, but most grocery stores will have it. I couldn't find like a big thing at Target, but they have the little one, so that's fine. You want coarse kosher salt. And that at the grocery store cost me $4. Cast style soap I get from Amazon. I don't know if you can see it with the lighting here, but it's just pure unscented. I think this is the baby one. Doesn't have to be the baby one, just I do unscented because I'm adding my own scents. And then so that costs like $15, and I've made over 5 tubs of detergent, and I still have enough for like 1 more. So and then On Guard and Citrus Bliss you can get at wholesale. If you're not a member, let me know. I'd be more than happy to help you get started. I want to say Tide costs $12, and it has all that icky stuff in it, and I think that's a smaller bottle too. It has all that icky stuff in it, and here you're looking at, I don't know, $15, $18 for 6 months worth of laundry soap. So it definitely helps stretch the budget. So super cheap way to swap out an unhealthy item in your house for something healthy. If you have any questions, reach out, let me know. I will try to get to all the questions, but I think I answered all the ones in the live. Thank you for joining. If you have any questions, please reach out. I am here to help, and I love the health journey, so more than happy to help. If you do try out this laundry soap, let me know. Let me know how you like it. You can always add, let me go grab them. So when I first started with the natural laundry detergent and I put the clothes in the dryer, they didn't smell bad, but they didn't smell per se. Like they had a little bit of the scent of the oil, but nothing crazy. And I found out because all those chemicals stay in the clothes from like Tide. So I bought some wool balls, dryer balls off of Amazon. I think they were like $6 for 10 of them. And what you do with these is they'll help reduce static, and you can drop a few drops of whichever oil you want. So sometimes I'll do Citrus Bliss, sometimes I'll do Citrus Bloom, I'll do lavender on the bed sheets because it's good for sleep. And you throw these in there, and then your clothes will come out with more of that like lasting scent that you're used to. But yeah, as far as stains go, gets them all out, no issues. I had a really bad grease stain on my shirt the other day, and I was like, oh, this is never gonna come out. Like, rinsed it with cold water, threw a couple drops of this on it, let it sit for a little bit, tossed it in the washing machine, the stain came right out. So if you have any questions, let me know, but thank you for joining.